you're an artist, you like to draw, but you want to draw on one of those tablet things, but you don't know what hardware to get, what software to get, or said hardware is just too expensive. Well, don't stress. I'm going to be telling you the easiest way to go about this without giving yourself hypertension, and also it's going to be cheap. And you don't need a laptop too. The first thing I'm going to go through is the software. There are paid and free versions, but I only ever use free versions because I do not have money. I'm a college student. I don't have the money to shell out for Adobe Fresco Pro Max, whatever they call it. But my favorite software to use is Krita. It is completely amazing. It is the closest thing to Photoshop you'll find out there. It works on iOS, Mac, Windows, Linux, you name it. Whatever software you have, it's gonna work for it, and it's I can't even sing its praises enough. You can use it for manga, you can use it to draw, you can use it for pretty much anything you're thinking about. But you should know that it is a raster based software, and if you don't know what a raster based software is, that's another video for another day. But one of the main reasons why I chose this as my favorite software is because there are no ads, there is no paywall. You can run it without being connected to the internet, and it's pretty good for any type of system. Even if you really don't have a good computer or anything like that, it's very good. The next one on my list is Ibis Paint. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like this one specifically because it works very well for your phone. I use it on my Android and my iOS phones most times. If I'm drawing my phone, that's what I'm gonna use. It just works better than any of the other apps. It's free, but it has ads, and well, the ads are not that inconveniencing. It's just an ad at the top, and then in order to get your brushes, you need to watch one video to have access to your brushes for at least 16 hours. So for me, that's a good deal for something that's free. But one thing that is not free is this video. It is going to cost you a like and or subscribe. And the third one I use is Medibang. And for all my webtoons, webcomic, book, graphic novel, this one's for you. This is by far the best for comic book making. The interface is chef's kiss, but you are still gonna run into those pesky ads. Sometimes it's not as bad as Ibis Paint. So now on to the hardware. I'm gonna assume that you are watching this video through a smartphone, tablet, or computer. So that part of the hardware is already down for you. In terms of computing and having your apps on your system, that's already down. So what I like to use is a digital tab, a screenless digital tab. You can go for the ones with screens, but typically the ones without the screens are a lot cheaper. The one I currently have, I got it for about $20 to $25, which is very, very cheap compared to the Q1 X Pen Ultra Max Pro, whatever they call themselves. If you want a really cheap one, I will be dropping the link down in the description. But the only downside to the one I use is that you're not really gonna have the best line art, or not that you're not gonna have the best line art, you're just gonna have to work really, really hard on your line art, and it's gonna take a lot of time to get it right. There's a reason why it costs $20 to $25. It has its limitations. So your line art may suffer a bit, and you might have to retrain yourself on learning how to draw on a screenless tab. You're gonna have to learn some really good hand-eye coordination and really learn how to put your lines down accurately. But I think this all adds up in making you a better artist. That's what I tell myself. But if you're thinking of getting a screen tablet, I would go for XP Pen. They're reasonably priced, and they're really, really good quality, and it's very easy to move around with. It's very portable. It can easily fit into your backpack. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the softwares and hardwares that I use. So these are just gonna be some advice. If you're transitioning from something traditional, there is going to be a learning curve. You're going to have to really take your time and learn these individual softwares. I used YouTube. It really wasn't that hard. It only took me like a day or two to really get the hang of the softwares. But one thing I will say, as someone who went from traditional to digital, but I still do traditional sometimes, it is a lot cheaper to get into digital art than people think. It has saved me on a lot of paint and a lot of pencils and crayons and charcoal pencils. It has saved me a lot of money on buying paper. The thing with digital art is you can't ever really make a permanent mistake. You can't make mistake. You can always undo. That is one thing I say ops traditional, like that's one thing I can say that yeah, digital art trumps traditional art. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you have already started your digital art journey, leave some comments on things you found to be hard, or anything you want me to address. And I hope this helps you through your digital art journey.